This is Coach Dez here. I am here to talk about the Steelers. This is the 2019 Steelers data on offense. This is the 2020 Steelers offense in their numbers. So, the getting ready for the draft on Thursday. You need to know who you need to draft and why you need to draft them. So I'm going to start doing a comparison. So basically, that whole staff, the team, the coaches, the assistant coaches, all of them, they should know where their weak side is and where their strength is, and they should be able to make the comparison and start to get rid of them or start new. So let's look at this. Rushing right, you average 3.9 per in 2019. You picked up a little bit. You averaged about 411 yards per carry. I don't count the middle. So rushing left, you averaged 4.13 yards per carry in 2020, but rushing to the left in 2019 is 3.79. So you pretty much stayed the same as far as your run game, but your passing game, you actually improved. So passing to the right was 9.25. You stayed the same, 9.38. Passing down the middle was 8.32. It got worse, really, because this is 2019. You was passing down the middle was 10.31. But a lot of that may have to do with quarterbacks being injured, having to deal with a new quarterback, because passing to the left, you was at 11.04 in 2019. You still about the same, 10.9 to the left in 2020. You did improve on sacks. Again, that could be because of quarterback situations. You only averaged about one sack per game, whereas in 2019 you averaged 2 sacks per game. Interceptions, 1.38 in 2019, 0.75 in 2020. But you had 1 fumble per game, and in 2019 1.38. So you pretty much stayed the same in 2019. And I'm gonna look at the comparison, and the reason why I say that is this, because your 2019 offense, you average 18.1 points per game. Your overall passing rating was 61.3, but in 2020 you jumped up to 26 points per game, and your overall average passing average was 63.7. So there's just a small increase there. Not much. And you can see the numbers. It's not much. And if you look at each quarter, it's an overall average of, where you just stayed consistent. Even in the 2019, you stayed consistent every quarter. You didn't go up one quarter or down one quarter. So, and it could be because of your quarterback. He's used to playing a certain way. So let me put it this way. In your standings in 2019, you was 8-8. This past season, you was 12-4. Okay, so that tells you something about your offense and defense. Coaches, don't give up. But I do not see you being in the same standings in 2021. You got to remember, there's a lot of people that opted out because of the pandemic. I see those players coming back. I see a whole new level of game being played. So you need to make sure you got the right people in place. Let's look at your defense. Okay, here's your defense for 2019, and here's your defense for 2020. Okay, so now, rushing to the right, you gave up 4.36 in 2020. You gave up 4.69 in 2019. I don't count down the middle. Rushing to the left, you gave up 3.49 in 2019, but you gave up 5.83 in 2020. You got a little worse in 2020. So passing to the right, you gave up 12.29 yards in 2020, 10.3 in 2019. Passing down the middle, 12 yards per passing in 2019. But down the middle, 14.54. The defense got worse. So passing to the left, 9.41 in 2020, but 10.58 in 2019. Okay, sacks, you averaged 3.44 sacks per game going after the quarterback. 3.5 sacks in 2020, which means you pretty much stayed the same as after going after the quarterback. Interceptions, 1.25 per game on defense. You stayed the same, 1.25 in 2019. Fumbles, 1.69, 0.94. The point I'm getting at is this. Your defense got a little worse. This 12-4 that you have this past season is not going to work in 2021. Whoever your corners, your middle linebackers, or your safeties were, they didn't do their job. They need to pick it up. I don't know if there was different personnel on your team or what, but the defense has got to do a better job in not allowing their opponents to pick up that much yards. Let's see what your overall average were. So the overall passing average on that defense gave up was 57.4% in 2020, and in 2019 it was 61.7%. So you did improve just a little bit, like I said, but not by much. What I did like is that you did go after the quarterback when you need to go after the quarterback, and that's good. But we need to improve on our passing. So the corners need to prevent this all from happening. And if you look at it, it looked like it's all in the second half. The second half down the middle. Second half, it's not as bad, but it's the second half, okay? Look at your second half numbers. Get that cleaned up. And with that being said, peace out.